After exploring Europe for 16 months, we flew almost 6,000 miles to Bangkok, the capital and most populous city of Thailand. Our driver navigated the infamous Bangkok traffic to our apartment on the east side of the city. The lobby had this gorgeous carved wooden pagoda, and we could see the pool from our window. There was also a koi pond, and we could sit by the pool while doing our laundry. The quickest way for us to get to the main street was by cutting through an active construction zone, but it put us right out by a 7-Eleven where we did most of our grocery shopping. And if this 7-Eleven didn't have what we needed, there was always another one not far away. There was a ridiculous number within only 2 kilometers of us. Our area was pretty walkable, especially to get to street food, which was plentiful and cheap. But Thai cuisine will get its own vlog. The building had a tuk-tuk that could drop us to some nearby spots, a convenient but loud and bumpy way to travel. But most often, we took the BTS Skytrain, which had a station very nearby. The BTS network is new since we were last in Bangkok, and it's wonderful, literally riding above the mess of traffic. The network of elevated walkways that connect BTS stations to office buildings and shopping malls are fantastic in a crowded, hot and rainy city. There are only 3 BTS lines, but they do a good job of covering key parts of the city. Add in the connecting bus and subway routes, and mass transit is a great way to get around Bangkok. With the shopping center at almost every BTS and metro stop, including in the metro stations, Bangkok is one of the most amazing shopping cities we've ever visited. There are high-end, modern shopping malls, as well as multi-level, densely packed shopping stalls. Indoor and outdoor, incredible bargains can be found by those willing to patiently browse the crowded, narrow rows of shops. Bangkok also has pretty much the best electronic shopping that we've encountered in both selection and pricing. In southern Bangkok, on the banks of the Chao Phraya River, ICONSIAM truly is an iconic mall. The exhibit they had highlighting aspects of traditional Thai culture was simply breathtaking. And the topmost floor has a spectacular view of the river and the city. Another Bangkok icon, the Chatuchak Weekend Market, is the world's largest, with over 15,000 stalls spread across 35 acres. Accessible by Skytrain, metro, bus, and car, more than 200,000 people visit every weekend. Even with the map and organized sections, the market is still too chaotic to navigate on the first visit. Bangkok was built on the banks of the Chao Phraya River. For over 400 years, the swampy river delta could only be traversed by water. Most of the massive network of canals are filled in today in favor of roads, but some remnants of canal life remain. The Taling Chan floating market is one such holdout. Vendors sell from shallow boats, and the buoyant platforms along the canal noticeably move with passing boats. For about $3 each, we hopped on a boat tour of the canals, getting a glimpse of what canal life is like. Our tour guide had an interesting personality, but overall she was entertaining. Winding through the canal, we pulled over for some of our fellow tourists to throw bread chunks in the river. And pretty soon, the snakehead fish got worked into a real feeding frenzy. The snakeheads are everywhere in the waters, but fortunately, they are easily cooked and are delicious. Our final stop on the tour was Wat Ko, a 320-year-old Buddhist temple. Buddhism came to Thailand around the 3rd century BCE, and the country has the second largest Buddhist population in the world after China. Theravada Buddhism, practiced by 95% of Thais, is the oldest branch of the religion. Many houses were built on canals, including the Thompson House, now a museum. The house is actually a collection of 6 traditional teak wood houses that were relocated from around Thailand by Jim Thompson, an American architect who was assigned to Bangkok by the U.S. Army after World War II. He loved Thai culture and stayed to revive the hand-woven Thai silk industry. He disappeared without a trace in Malaysia in 1967. The museum and silk business are his legacies. Buddhism is a part of everyday life in Bangkok. Wats, or temples, are all around the city, and the Buddhist calendar is used. CE 2022 is BE 2565. Every business, including our apartment complex, has its own shrine, a spirit house to bring success and health to the business and families. There are also public shrines throughout the city, of all shapes and sizes. Many shrines are dedicated to the Hindu elephant god Ganesha, as the Buddha is believed to be an avatar of Ganesha. Wat Phraya, inside the Royal Palace complex, is the most sacred temple in Thailand. Built in 1783 by King Rama I, it's commonly known as the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. The ornate decorations on the outside of the temple are simply incredible, but no photos are allowed while inside. The Emerald Buddha was brought to Bangkok from northern Thailand, but supposedly came from Sri Lanka via Cambodia. Made of emerald green stone, it's clothed in seasonal gold vestments, which are ceremonially changed by the king. Rama I also built the Grand Palace in 1782, a complex of over 200,000 square meters, or 2.3 million square feet, making Bangkok the capital of the Kingdom of Siam. Even though absolute monarchy was absolved in 1932, it's still a royal residence and office, and most buildings are off limits to tourists. Thai palace and Wat architecture have a beautiful aesthetic. The tiered roofs with pointed corners reaching to the sky are also religiously symbolic. The slender pagodas and hooked peaks act something like spiritual lightning rods, providing those under the roof a streamlined connection to heaven. hooked peaks also represent the Naga, mythical serpent spirits that protect the building, especially from rain and flooding. Our favorite part of the palace complex was this mural. Accented in gold leaf, it depicts a story of the Monkey King, a famous figure in Buddhist mythology. The Grand Palace sits on the Chao Phraya River, the waterway that's central to Bangkok life. Ferries are great ways to experience the river, providing a different perspective on the normally crowded and stifling city. The Chao Phraya is very much a working artery, also flowing by Watts, houses, massive apartment complexes, shopping centers, hotels, and many other skyrises. There are several stops along the way, so ferries are useful for accessing different parts of the city.